Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to One Country TV. My name is Simon.
And my name is Pup.
Hello, Pup.
Hello, Simon.
And the big news, Pup.
As?
Vintage 2019 in the Hunter is now complete.
And it's a hot one.
It was a hot one. You can say that again.
It was a hot one. We are 22 seconds into the news, Simon.
Bubbles, Pup.
Tired of living, Simon?
Never get between Pup and a glass of bubbles.
Oh, that's the way to open it, Simon. Cheers.
Here's the Vintage 2019. It's a nice drop, this one. It's the Hunter's Dream 2014 Director's Reserve Sparkling Brut, and it won them their first trophy.
Oh, really?
For sparkling wine at the Hunter Valley Boutique Wine Show.
Very impressive.
It is impressive, Pup, just like Hunter's Dream.
Lots of water.
That's why it's called Hunter's Dream, because there is lots of water.
I see.
And talking of which, Pup,
Yes.
it was a very dry and hot vintage for 2019.
Do you think that the vines suffer the heat like we do, Simon?
Quite possibly, but there is only one person who can tell us informatively. It's our Bob.
Our Bob.
5 months ago, we were over there in the Sangiovese vineyard looking at the first buds of this year's vintage. Then the buds turned into grapes, and now the grapes have been harvested. We've had a good vintage. The word vintage is taken from Old French, anglicised from the French word vendage, and first noted to be used around 1419. Vintage, of course, has been around a lot longer, evolving from the Latin word vinum, meaning wine, and demere, meaning remove. And that's what this big Frenchy harvester is doing. Long before the Romans, the Greeks, and even the Egyptians, the Mesopotamians of 5000 BC also knew vintage as the most important word in the winemaking vocabulary, even though they never wrote about it. In fact, they didn't have writing for another 1500 years. But I'm sure they did know how to make a great wine, just as we do some 7,000 years later. It's the fruit. So when and how the grapes are harvested can result in an ordinary wine, a good wine, a very good wine, or even a great wine. We won't really know how good our management has been or our judgment as to flavour and acid levels has been until the wine is in the tank, the final determinant of what quality we will get from this harvest. So James, over the last few years, we've had some terrific vintages in the Hunter.
This is very true.
How's 2019 shaping up?
Yeah, I think it's definitely stacking up to be one of those good ones. But I think the best way to find out is actually have a look at it.
Well, that's what we're here for.
That's it. Been very hot and dry, and I think that's produced some fantastic, very ripe, probably not true classic Hunter, but definitely standout Hunter.
Standout Hunter. Great, it's got a great colour.
Yeah, the colour is really impressive. I'm super happy with that.
So how did you manage with the dry weather and the heat?
Water. A lot of. And I also like to use a seaweed product on the leaves. That puts hormones and some nitrogen and nutrients into the leaves and really helps them survive that excessive heat days. I think it really pays off at the end of the day too.
That's got a very long length, hasn't it?
Yeah, this is a big wine. This is what we get when we get those really lovely dry years.
Yeah.
A really outstanding style. Lots of deep colour, fantastic flavours, fruits of the forest. And obviously it's been in oak for a little bit now and it's just starting to show a little bit of that oak coming into the wine. Yeah, that's got lots of potential, I think, this wine and this vintage overall.
It's got legs.
It has lots of legs.
So it was a warm and dry season.
Yeah, it was interesting actually. It was unusually hot, and certainly a lot more days over 40 than we've had before. We got a little bit of rain, which was nice at the right times of the year, so that's very important. But we still do a lot of pumping off the water, and we're lucky we've got a lot of water here to use and access.
So the weather forecasting is pretty important these days.
Definitely.
You dial it up on your phone and you know what to do the next day.
I've got 3 apps and I've got 4 websites which I have preset in my phone. So yes, the weather is very important. You need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bob, for that very interesting report, as always.
So the secret's out, everybody. Keep your liquids up. This Hunter's Dream sparkling brut is really nice.
It is. Winemaker is Kees Van De Scheur.
Kees, hasn't he been around the Hunter for quite a while making wine?
He has, and there is a rumour that Kees once dated George Wyndham's mother.
I think you're taking me for a ride, Simon.
Funny you should say that, Pup, because we are both going for a ride with Kees around Hunter's Dream.
Oh, that'd be fun. So medical evidence is sort of supporting the fact that red wine in moderation is apparently beneficial.
I'd agree with that.
Would you?
I'm aging quite well, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Preservatives work brilliantly, don't they?
Moderation.
In moderation.
No.
Yeah, I agree. In moderation. You have to be sensible.
It's an absolutely gorgeous property. How many acres have you got here?
200 here. There's 60 acres of grapes, which were all planted in the 70s under the original owners.
So how was vintage this year, Kees, compared to the crackers from the last couple of years?
I believe it's been another very good year. I mean, it's been exceptionally dry. Extreme heat, but that's good for quality wines. It's not good for the accountants. Accountants hate it because the crops are low, but from the wine point of view, it's extremely good. We've been lucky. 14, excellent years. 17, 18, 19, all dry and excellent years. It's rare to get so many, one after the other.
Meaning opulent, meaning silky.
Here we go.
That is lovely.
Oh, I have to have another sip.
You're clearly a woman of impeccable taste.
You don't actually have to go to Italy. You just come here.
Yeah.
How terrific is that?
Well done.
As they say, mate, our passion is your reward.
Do love a good reward, yep.
It's quite a remarkable wine.
But all my personality.
Mate, it's got a lot.
This was one of the best vintages we've produced here in the vineyard.
The best use for a trophy.
Look at the colour, isn't it sensational? Where are my mushrooms?
Yeah.
We have a lot of discussions before harvest, as you would imagine.
And after with the wine.
And after with the wine.
Having a glass of wine at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's so palatable. I'll drink to that.
I reckon it's time for the weather forecast.
More than likely, let's get that sorted.
Done.
Today's weather report is brought to you by Hunter's Dream Director's Reserve Pinot Noir Chardonnay. As you can see, the bottle is swinging a little. There's a light wind blowing, but there is a lovely shadow on the ground, indicating that we have a beautiful sunny afternoon as well. Thank you for joining us for the weather.
Thank you, Pup, for another informative weather forecast. Well, that's it for Wine Country TV for another evening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Pup.
Thank you, Simon.
And cheers.
And cheers. Cheers.
I can do anything. I can reach any goal today. I can do what I want. I can be what I want to be.